Chapter 45. 100 Poison's Body. Zi Xingfang looked at their handshake with a somewhat dazed expression. She didn't know why she willingly extended her arms for a handshake. It was almost as though her body moved without thinking. It's my first time feeling the skin of a male that's not in my family, she thought to herself as the feeling of Su Yang's warm hand gently held her hand. Perhaps it was because of Su Yang's natural charm and presence, but Zi Xingfang didn't know why she reached out her hands to him. Even Senior Zhang was surprised to see his young lady, who has a tendency to stay away from others, willingly offer her skin for another to feel. My hand, Su Yang said a moment later when Zi Xingfang didn't release her grasp after some time. Where are my manners? I apologize for that. Zi Xingfang quickly retrieved her hand with a blushing face when she realized that she had been holding his hands for an extended amount of time. Her actions caused Senior Zhang to widen his eyes from shock. What on earth is going on in here? Where did all her elegance go? It all seemed to have disappeared the moment she saw Su Yang. Zi Xingfang cleared her throat. Senior brother Zhao, if you don't mind me asking, where are you from? She then asked, ignoring the way she addressed him with intimacy. Su Yang casually lifted his arm into the air to show her the blossom arts on his sleeves. I am from the Profound Blossom Sect, he said. The Profound Blossom Sect? Zi Xingfang showed a puzzled expression behind her veil. She has never heard of such a place before. Senior Zhang also showed a questioning expression. Not even he has heard of such a place. However, for them to have such a profound swordmaster within their ranks, how could he not have heard of them before? We are not from around here, so I do not know of such a place, unfortunately, said Zi Xingfang in a regrettable tone. However, for them to have someone as powerful as you, it must surely be a special place. Su Yang smiled and shook his head. It really isn't as impressive as you'd think. In fact, if I could leave, I would. Senior Zhang's eyes shone with a bright and sharp light when he heard Su Yang's words, and he said, Then how about joining my Divine Sword Sect? We would greatly appreciate a talented swordmaster such as yourself to join our ranks. I am sure that the disciples there would also appreciate having a new master who could teach them about sword intents. I appreciate the offer, but there are still things I have to do there. Once I am done, perhaps I could travel to this Divine Sword Sect. Su Yang kindly refused his offer without refusing it entirely. Senior Zhang was a bit surprised. For someone to refuse the Divine Sword Sect so quickly, this was a first even for him. Could this Profound Blossom Sect really be this profound? However, he wasn't entirely disheartened because Su Yang did not entirely refuse his offer, even hinting that he might join them in the future. Then until you finish your business there, we will wait patiently. Just know that our Divine Sword Sect will always have our doors open for anyone talented in the sword, he said a moment later. Senior brother Zhao, you seem very young, even younger than me. How old are you exactly? Although it was hidden from sight, Zi Xingfang's eyes flashed with an anticipating light. Su Yang only smiled at her question and did not give her a proper reply. They seemed to be really interested in his age. However, he wasn't willing to reveal that at the moment as it might be too shocking for them. After all, what kind of 16-year-old could use sword intent that was superior to even a heavenly spirit realm expert's sword intent? Not even prodigies could possibly manage such a feat. Seeing how Su Yang didn't want to reveal his age, Zi Xingfang was disappointed in her heart. What about you, senior brother Zhao? Surely you have a lot of questions to ask, especially after experiencing that unfortunate event. Zi Xingfang decided to treat her previous question as though it never happened, as she didn't want the atmosphere to turn awkward. Senior Zhang felt that it was extremely rude for Su Yang to ignore her question, as it would be considered blasphemy if he knew of her background. But seeing how Zi Xingfang decided to ignore it, he also decided to do the same. There has been something on my mind after that minor event. Su Yang narrowed his eyes at Zi Xingfang's alluring figure, and he continued, Your heavenly constitution, the 100 Poison's Body. Before Su Yang could even finish his question, Senior Zhang's eyes widened with alert. and his aura radiated with killing intent as his hands instinctively reached for Su Yang's open neck with a clawing gesture, like an eagle grabbing its prey. However, just before he could touch Su Yang, Zi Xingfang's thundering voice resounded. Halt! Senior Zhang's movements instantly froze, his clawed hand mere millimeters away from choking Su Yang's pale neck, who didn't even flinch the slightest from his sudden attack. Su Yang sat there silently, his expression still as calm as ever, looking as though he was not even a bit concerned about the situation. He suddenly closed his eyes and said in a calm voice, "As rare as your heavenly constitution may be in this world, I do not have the slightest interest in your royal grade 100 poison's body. Even if it grants the person absolute resistance to all poison, its ability is, unfortunately, limited to mortal grade poisons. It'd be useless once you encounter a spirit grade poison." Su Yang's words dumbfounded both Senior Zhang, who was still prepared to continue his attack, and Zi Xingfang, who was an expert in the art of poisons.